We covered almost all important questions based on these sectors for the examination and NEET examination point of view. So I'm moving forward. I'm adding some more questions for these chapters, okay, which will help you to boost your concepts. So the next questions I have is now this one is polarized sunglasses are preferred because they so we have I think we did this question already, but again we are doing reduce the intensity of light, have some shooting colors and are cheaper and can change colors. Correct answer will reduce the intensity of light. Next question, I'm moving ahead. So when on a polarized light passes through a polarized sheet, the beam that emerges from it is plane polarized. This is due to selective absorption of O rays, absorptions of E rays, absorption of both E and O ray, reflection of one of the rays. So correct answer is absorption of the O rays. Okay. Next questions. We're moving ahead. The synthetic material used for the preparation of polarized passes the property of anomalous thermal expansion, optical activity, dispersion, and none of the above. So correct answer for this question will be dichromism. Next question, I'm moving ahead. If a ray light is allowed to pass through a quartz crystal, then the two reflected rays obtained are plane polarized and planes of polarizations are parallel. The plane polarized and planes of polarization are perpendicular, circular polarized in opposite direction, and a circular polarized in the same direction. Correct answer only plane polarized and planes and polarizations are perpendicular. Polarizations are perpendicular, so you have light passing through the quartz crystal. So the plane polarized and plane of polarizations are perpendicular. Very good question, important questions. All of you should know the answer to these questions. Next questions are moving ahead. This one. Okay, so which of the following exhibits dichromism? So we did this question. So quartz, crown glass, tourmaline, and all of the above. So correct answer is tourmaline. The tourmaline exhibits dichromism. Some questions are fact based, which you can take care of the concepts in the brain. Next question, I'm moving ahead. Which of the following exhibits dichromism? So quartz, crown glass, and tourmaline. So again, same questions. We don't do this questions. Yeah, next question, I'm moving ahead. Selective absorptions of either E ray or O ray is known as dichromism, dispersion, deviation, diffraction. So answer is dichromism. Next question, I'm moving ahead. Double refractions of light was discovered by Brewster's, Snell, Bartholus, and Stokes. So correct answer for this question will be Bartholinus. Okay, so double refraction of light was discovered by Bartholus. Okay. Next question I'm moving ahead is polarizations can be produced by reflections and next options better. So double refraction, scattering. So correct, all the answers are correct for this question. So polarization can be produced either with reflection, double refractions, as well as scattering. Next questions are moving ahead. When the analyzer is rotated to complete one rotation, one observes one extinction and two brightness, one brightness and two extensions and two extensions and two brightness. No change in the brightness. So correct answer will be two extensions and two brightness. So when the analyzer is rotated to complete the one rotation, one observes two extensions and two brightness. Next questions, I'm moving in an optical device made from of a calcite crystal used to produce and analyze plane polarized is known as an optical device made from calcite crystal is used to produce and analyze plane polarized is known as Tensor's biprism, Nicol prism, zone plate, layouts, mirror. So correct answer is Nicol prism. Next questions, I'm moving ahead. Which of the following is dichroic? Okay, so correct answer for this is polyvinyl alcohol, quartz, calcite, and diamond. So correct answer for this is polyvinyl alcohol. Next question I'm moving ahead is the intensity of the polarized light transmitted to the analyzer is given by Brewster's angle, Brewster's law, Malloy's law, Fresnel's suggestions, and law of superposition. So correct answer will be Malloy's law for this question. Small's law, we say also it. Okay. So polarides are used to eliminate headlight glare in automobile, in production of 3D motion pictures, and in sunglasses and All the works. So correct answer is all the works. Next question, I'm moving ahead. The tangent of polarizing angles in numerical equals to the diversity of the reflection mediums, refractive index of the reflecting medium, velocity of light in reflecting medium, elastic modulus of reflecting medium. So correct answer is refractive index of the reflecting medium. So this question is important basically. So tangent of polarizing angle is numerically tangent of polarizing angle numerically is equal to the refractive index of the reflecting medium. So next question, I'm moving ahead. So, in a doubly refracting crystals, B naught and BE are the velocities of O ray and E rays, respectively. Then, along the optical axis of the crystal, B naught is BE, B is less than B naught, BO is greater than BE, none. So, correct answer is B naught equal to B. Correct answer B naught equal to B. Next question we have a double refracting crystal plate gives two reflected rays A and B for a single incident ray as shown. If mu A and mu B are the reflection indicate the crystals for the two rays, then mu A greater than mu B equal to mu B, mu less than mu B. None. So correct answer mu A is greater than mu B. Next question, I'm moving it. Choose the correct experiment. The maximum intensity in the reference patterns of Young double cell experiment is four times the intensity of individual waves. So in the diffraction patterns due to straight edge of the intensity of bright bands in illuminated part decreases with the increase of the orders of band. And during double diffraction, the vibrations of extraordinary rays are perpendicular to the principal sections of the crystal, and light waves can be polarized because they are longitudinal. So correct answer for this question in diffraction patterns due to state as heat dispersed in the brain. In the diffraction pattern due to state as the intensity of bright bands in the illuminated part decreases with the increase on the order of band. So decreases with the increase in the order of the band. So next question, I'm moving ahead now. So a geometrical shadow is formed due to the phenomenon of first diffraction of light, polarization of light, interference of light, rectilinear propagation of light. So correct answer is rectilinear propagation of light. So geometrical shadow is formed due to the phenomenon of rectilinear propagation of light. Next questions we have, in which of the following cases do we obtain a spherical wavefront? First is sunlight focused by a convex lens, a light diverging from a slit, the light emitted by a point source in an isotropic medium, and a parallel beam of light reflected from a plane mirror. So correct answer for this question is A and B, B and C, these and this. So correct answer for A and C basically. So if you see into the following case, to obtain a spherical wave, we are talking about spherical waves. So spherical waves, we got convex lens, we get spherical wave as well, like emitted a point source in isotropic medium, point source in isotropic medium. So yeah, so next one is I'm moving ahead is next. Yeah. So next one I'm moving ahead. Next question we have, in which of the following case do we obtain a plane wave current? So light emitted by point source in an isotropic medium, light emerging from a convex lens when a point source is placed at its focus, light of the sun reaching the earth, light diverging from a slit. So correct answer A and C, B and C, ABD and ABC. So correct answer is B and C. B and C means light emerging from a convex lens when a point source is placed at its focus, light of the sun reaching the earth. Okay, so which of the following do we obtain a plane wavelength? Okay. Next question I'm moving ahead is, so consider the following two statements. Identify the correct answer. Electric vector of electromagnetic wave is the light vector that causes the sense of light. Okay. In a polarized light, the sum of all the component vibrations in the vibration in one direction is equal to the sum of all the component of the vibration perpendicular to that directions. Both A and B true, A and B false, A is true, B is false, and A is false, B is true. So correct answer is basically A is true, B is false. So electric vector of electromagnetic wave is the light vector that causes a sense of sight. In a polarized light, the sum of all the component of vibration in the vibration in one direction is equal to the sum of all the component of the vibration perpendicular to the direction of which is wrong. So our correct answer is this one, third one. Okay. So next questions I'm moving ahead. Huygens principles can be used to reduce the law of reflection of light, reduce the law of refraction of light, explain the transverse nature of light waves, predict the location of different as time passes. So correct answer A, B, A, C, A, B, T, B, and C. Correct answer for the A, B, and D. So deduce the laws of reflection of light and deduce the laws of refraction of light as well, and predict the location of different as time passes. So next questions we are moving ahead. So to question we have considered the following two instruments and identical the correct answers of the electric vectors of electromagnetic wave is the light wave that reflects the retina of the eye in polarized light of the sum of the components of the vibration in one direction is equal to the sum of all the component of vibration perpendicular to that direction. And so we have both A and B true, both A and B false, A is true, B is false. These options we have. So correct answer is A true, B false. Okay, so I think we have done this question. Okay, next question I'm moving at. In which of the following experiments is the interference due to division of the difference? Okay, Young's double slit experiments, Frenzel's biprism experiment, Lloyd's mirror experiments, an experiment demonstrating colors of the thin film. So correct answer for this question A, B, C, B, C, D, ABD and ABCD. So correct answer will be ABC. So in Young's double slit experiment, Frenzel's biprism experiment, okay, Lloyd's experiments, mirror experiments, we use for division of difference. Division of difference. So next questions we are moving ahead. Next question we are moving ahead. When two coherent waves interfere, the minimum and maximum intensities are in direction 25. So basically I max, I mean, okay, to I max is given. So let's see here. So I mean to I max is given. I max is given. That is what 16 is to 25. Yes or no? So, see, if I will ask you, I mean, okay, is what? Okay, I mean is what? Intensity is basically in square of amplitude. Yes or no? This is basically square of amplitude given. Okay, so this is I mean. So from here, can you find out? Okay, what? Okay, can you find out A mean amplitude mean by amplitude max directly? Amplitude mean by amplitude max directly. So now questions we have options. We have the maximum minimum amplitude will be in the ratio 5:4, and maximum amplitude of the individual waves will be 9:1. The intensity of the individual wave will be in the ratio 40:1, and the intensity of the individual wave will be in the ratio 81:1. So correct answer A, B, C, and this. So correct answer for this question will be A, B, and D. So maximum and minimum intensity will be in the ratio 5:4. Just take a square root. Take a square root of that, so you will get the answer. So 5:4, maximum to minimum. Basically, minimum to maximum is given. Okay, so don't get confused actually. And the amplitude of individual waves will be in the ratio 9:1, no issue. And the intensity of the individual wave will be in the ratio 81:1. The amplitude of individual waves will be in the ratio. Okay, so 9:1. Once you get now, see, once you get a max by a minimum. Okay, a max by a minimum. So you know what is the maximum amplitude? What if I'll ask you what is the maximum amplitude? What is the maximum amplitude possible? So you will say A1 plus A2. A1 plus A2. Okay. So this is the maximum amplitude possible. Do you agree? Yes or no? This is the maximum amplitude possible. If I will ask you what is the minimum amplitude possible? What is the minimum amplitude possible? You can directly say A1 minus of A2. You can directly subtract it. Yes or no? So yeah. So I hope all of you know the basics, all the results. Okay, for okay, amplitude. So if I ask you the resultant amplitude, so A resultant, what is A? The resultant square is what? A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 2A1 A2. Okay, and cos phi. This is one relation called ask intensity resultant. So just replace I square by I. Basically, IR is what? This is A1 square. This is A1 square, A2 square. So this will be what? I1 and plus I2. And because I is I is proportional to A square. So can I say root I is proportional to root I is proportional to A? Take both side root. So this one, can you say this is 2 root I1, root I2, and then cos that is both formula is important. And from here, if you want, maximum value, so cos phi should be 1, so cos phi is maximum. So AR and so on. You can put out the maximum value this one or from here also. So if you find out the maximum of this one, also you can find out maximum this one also. You can find it from you can solve the questions here. So next question I'm moving ahead. In Young's double slit experiments, the intensity at the screen due to the two slits at 25 and 9 ohms respectively, then the amplitude. So each questions amplitude. Intensity is given, okay? Intensity is given. So question is asking you intensities. Okay. So see in this question, what is given? In this question, it's given the intensities in the screen due to the two states are in the result. Basically, I1 is to I2, I1 is to I2 is what can we say? A1 square by A2 square because intensity is proportional to A square equals to 25 is to 9. So from here, can you find out A1 by A2? A1 by A2 is equal to 5 by 3. Do you agree? If you agree, so now come to the questions. Okay, so the correct answer for this question should be this. So then A and C, we are talking about A is already true, and the intensity ratio between the bright and dark is 17, so that is also true. Next question, I'm moving ahead for okay. So next question we have if white light is used in Young's double slit experiment, bright white rings formed at the center of the screen. Fringes of different colors are observed clearly only in the first order. The first order violet fringes are close to the center of the screen, then the first order red fringes and the first order red fringes are closer to the screen, center of the screen, then the first order violet fringes. So correct answer for this question is A and B. A and B, A, B, and D, and also the correct answer is A, B, and D. So basically, if white light is used in Young's double slit experiment, so bright white fringe is formed at the center of the screen, uh, fringes of different colors are observed clearly only in the first order, and this one the first order red fringes are close to the center of the screen than the first order violet fringe. So I hope this concept is clear to all of you. So if the concept is clear now, we are moving for next questions. So in case of the Prenzel zones, the phase difference between the waves spreading from consecutive zones and reaching a point on the screen 180 degrees, the part difference between the waves and the waves spreading from alternate zones and reaching a point on the screen lambda. The area of zone is increased with the increase of obliquity. The area of each zone is proportional to the product of the wavelength and the distance of the wave point from the zone. So correct answer is ABC and ABT and AB and this one B and this. Correct answer for this question is ABC are true. So basically in this question, Prenzel zones, if you see now phase difference between wave spreading from consecutive zones and reaching a point on the screen 180 degree agree. The path difference between waves and the waves spreading from alternate zones and reaching a point on the screen is lambda, and the area of the zone integer for this is all. The area of each zone is proportional to the product of the wavelength and the distance of the given point from the zone. So this is clear to you. I hope so. Next question, I'm moving ahead, is in a double slit experiment. Instead of taking slits of equal weights, one slit is made twice as wide as the other. Then the interference pattern of the intensity. This option, so we have separate answer for this question will be A, this one. B, C, this the correct answer for this question will be A and C. Maximum will increase and the minima will increase. Okay. So, so then the interference pattern, the intensity of maximum, so equal width, related twice that. So basically, see, if you see width and intensity. So if you increase the width, intensity will increase. Okay, intensity will increase. Okay, so if you increase the width, intensity will increase. Yes or no? That's what either that is the intensity of maxima or either that is the intensity of minimum. Both will increase. Okay. So if you understood this concept, so next we are moving for next questions. Next questions we have is in Young's double experiment for producing interference pattern. The fringe width depends on we already did question. So correct answer will be for this question. A, B, and C is the correct answer. Wavelength, distance between two screens, distance between the screen and the slides. Okay. Next question we are moving ahead. If mu naught is less than mu for the refractive indices of the world refractive instrument for already extraordinary rays, then mu naught is less than mu for false crystal, mu naught is greater than mu equal for calcite crystal is minimum for calcite crystal when the extraordinary rays moves around the perpendicular direction of optical axis. So do we have these options? So correct answer will be A, B, C, are true. All the three is true. So take care of this concept. You build a not is less than for not. Three, four, past crystal not is greater than you for a calcite crystal. The minimum for calcite crystal, the extraordinary rate moves around the perpendicular direction of the galaxy. Next question, we will identify the identity means basically that is identify the correct statement. So this we have this option. So correct answer to this question. So one and two, one, two, three, one, two, three, and this the correct answer because one, two, three means intensity for all light reflective. This is not same. This is correct, and sound waves can be diffracted. This is also correct. And the minima of the diffraction patterns are not perfectly dark. Okay, the minima of diffraction patterns are not perfectly dark. This is also correct. Next question, we are moving ahead. Total interference and diffraction phenomena, alternate dark and bright fringes are often on a screen. So we have the options generally filled with the same in interference and not same in diffraction. These options we have. So correct answer for this question will be, so correct answer for this question one, two, and three generally fringe with the same in interference and not same in diffraction. And the central bright in diffraction has maximum brightness and the intensity gradually decreases on either side. In diffraction, in interference, the intensity of all bright fringes is same. So this is a very important concept. Keeping this concept in your brain. Next question, we are moving ahead for a light of wavelength lambda is incident on object of size B. If a screen is at a distance capital D from the object, identify the correct condition for the observation of the different phenomena. So B square is D lambda pencil diffraction is observed. B square greater than D lambda difference of this is the correct answer for this question. A, this we will see. So correct answer for this question becomes A, C, and D. So B square equals to D lambda Fresnel diffraction is observed. Okay. B square less than D lambda Fresnel diffraction is observed. And if you come to part number four, so B square is greater than the approximately of the multiple of optical is observed. The next process I'm moving ahead when light is polarized by reflection from a transparent surfaces. Reflected and reflected rays are mutually perpendicular. Both reflected and reflected rays are plane polarized. Reflected rays perpendicular and this. So correct answer for this question will be A, C, and D. So reflected and reflected rays are mutually perpendicular. Okay. The second one is wrong. A reflected ray is partially polarized, and the ray reflected index of transparent surface is equal to the tangent of hysteresis angles. Next question, I'm moving ahead one polarized light incident on a terminal line, crystal of proper thickness. It exhibits dichromism, it absorbs ordinary ray and transmits extraordinary ray, it absorbs extraordinary ray and transmits ordinary ray. So this we have options, so correct answer becomes A and B true. It exhibits dichromism, it absorbs ordinary ray and transmits extraordinary ray. Next question, we are moving at consider the following two rays and identify the characteristics. Primary waves can travel in media in all directions. Secondary waves can travel in media in only in the backward direction. So this is easy question. Anyone can do this question. So A is true. B is false. Primary waves can travel in a medium in all directions. See, this is true. Secondary waves can travel over in a medium only in the backward direction. This is wrong. This is wrong. Next question, we have how map the base question spherical wavefront, plane wavefront, cylindrical wavefront, principle. So these options we have, so we have options these. So if you see the options and match the correct answer. So if you see a spherical wavefront because of point source, and if you follow the plane wavefront is because of the point source at infinitive distance. And if you see cylindrical wavefront is because of the line source, and Huygens principle is the location of one wavefront. So this is the concept clear to your brain. Next question I'm moving ahead. Okay, is we have match the base question Fresnel diffraction friend offers distraction phase difference in it's even multiple of five phase difference or multiple of five. And this is bright band, source band, dark band. So these options we have. So correct answer for this question becomes okay. First one. So I'm talking about Fresnel diffraction. Fresnel diffraction is basically source and screen are at finite distance. Okay, from forward diffraction from forward difference source and screen are at infinite distance. Okay, and we are talking about phase difference is even multiple of five. Phase difference in even multiple of five means bright band, and phase difference is all multiple of five means dark band. Okay, this concept is clear to you. So next we are moving right for next questions. Okay, match these questions. So Einstein Hagen. Okay, Foucault principles and versatility of light, diffraction of light, wave nature of light, and this. So we have these options. So correct answer for these questions will be we are talking about Einstein. So Einstein is basically particle nature of light, particle nature of light, and Huygens. We are talking about Huygens means wave nature of light, Huygens means wave nature of light, and Foucault is about velocity of light, velocity of light. Tensor is about diffraction of light, diffraction of light. The tensor is about diffraction. You see, F tensor and F. So keeping your brain tensor means diffraction. So just keep because so many scientists here, so it's really difficult. Some of the time you may face difficulty to solve learn all these concepts. So you have used some tricks so that you can attempt all questions. Otherwise, it's very difficult for you to solve this question. So this question we have the correct answer for this question becomes fourth one. We are talking about silver lining of moments. I already explained it because of the diffractions and refracting propagation of light. This is because of the approximations. Okay, and polarization is because of transverse nature of wave. And we're talking piles of plate, the pile of plate that is because of refraction. So we have done these questions. Now we are moving. I think for next questions we have. So we have interference, reflections, polarization, and dichromism. I already explained all these concepts. Okay, so we have these options. The correct answer for this question becomes fourth one. So means if I'm talking about the interference, so interference goes to band of equal width. Band of equal width. I'm talking about diffraction. Diffraction will goes to band of unequal width. Band of unequal widths. I'm talking about polarization. Polarization will go to transform nature of light. I'm talking about dichromism. Dichromism with the unequal absorption of ordinary and extraordinary. Unequal absorption, ordinary, extraordinary. That is dichromism. So next question I'm moving ahead. So next question I'm moving ahead. We have this list one and list two. We need to match list one and list two. This one. So we have the answers are like this. Okay, so correct answer for this question. So the third one is extraordinary. We are talking about does not obey Snell's law. Okay, correct. No issue. Ordinary way obeys Snell's law. Brewster's angle, Brewster's angle is basically about wavelength of light, and polarides is what selective absorption. Okay, so the absorption. Next questions are moving ahead. Match the following. We have this and these options we have, and these options we have. Correct answer here is two. So if you are talking about double diffraction, so double diffraction goes to reduction of intensity of light, reduction intensity of light, interference. We are talking about the color of increase, color of increase. If you are talking about diffraction will goes to Fresnel zones. We're talking about rectilinearity, rectilinear goes to symmetrical shadows. This concept is clear to you, so this concept is clear to you. Next, we are moving it from next question. These options we have, and these options, and we have these options. We have this match this question. I think the correct answer becomes this one. First one. For coherent monochromatic highly unidirectional goes to laser. I equals to I naught cos square theta. This is equal to Moore's law. Selective absorptions is executed by selective polaroid. And if we talk about tensor defects, it will goes to tensor defects goes to spatial pattern. So this question is done. Now we are moving ahead for next questions. We have next questions. Young's experimenting compound will color violet, red, green, and yellow, right? The descending order of the fringe width for this color. So the descending order fringe width. So we need to arrange this in descending order of fringe width. Basically red, yellow, green, and violet. Okay. So this is descending order of fringe width. Okay. Fringe width. Okay. So this is the thing. Okay, so basically you will keep in your brain that okay, if you're talking about band fringe width, the fringe width is proportional to fringe width beta. Beta is what form the lambda d by d. If lambda is high, so fringe width is high. So this person like this. So you can attempt this person like this. This person is very important for our economical point of view. So you can solve this person. Now we are moving ahead for next question. So next question we will learn service laser field performed in air, water, and glass. What is the descending order fringe width for this area? So water glass descending order fringe width. So actually fringe width is what beta equals to basically lambda capital D by D, and when mu comes here, so mu must be proportional to mu. So if mu have a high value, so they have a less value of beta. So descending order means okay, glass has two object with glass, water and all. So and see air has less means so it has a high input and so on. You can check it all one by one. So next questions I am moving ahead. Next questions I have this beam of light having intensity 9 high and 4 I interfere to produce thin pattern on a single PQ and RP points on the screen at the width. Which of the statements between the interfering beams are the interference Winds are 30 degree, 40 degree, 60 degree, and intensity IPFU. You have to arrange the difference between the intensity, yes, and the difference between intensity in ascending order. Ascending, two beams are like having nothing, nine, four, interfere to produce phase patterns on a screen. P, Q, and R are 3 points on the screen at which the phase difference between the intersection 30 degree, 45 degree, and 60 degree. This question, if you solve this question, so you have this option, so you need to arrange in ascending order this question, this option will become. So next question I'm moving ahead that arrange the ascending order of polarizing angle for air glass, air water, actual question water glass interface. So this is you have to arrange the ascending order of polarizing angles, ascending order. So air glass polarizing air glass polarizing angle most, and then water glass is less. Okay. So then there's just some factor question you need to take care of. Questions. Next question I'm moving at the critical angle of heat transfer in electric and NMR. 30, 60, and 45 degrees respectively. KP, LP, MP are therefore polarizing angles respectively arranged in descending order. So this we have, okay, so this is the critical angle of free transfer and immediately and NMR. 30 degrees, 60, 45 degrees respectively. AP, LP, MP are three polarizing angles respectively. So then the arrangement in increasing order, so polarizing angles respectively. So if you see polarizing angles, so KLM, okay, so KLM angle is given. You see KLM angle is given here. If you see the angle for K, if you see the K angle for K angle is 40 degree, and this is uh, L and M. K, L, M. L is 60 degree, and for M is it is 45 degree. Okay, so following and then it will be order. So this is critical angle for this is critical angle. Okay, so this is critical angle. This is critical angle. Portion is talking about okay, then polarizing glass, polarizing angle. Portion is talking about okay, polarizing angle. So portion is talking about polarizing angles. Yes or no? So if you arrange it order will like it. It's the next question I'm moving ahead. Next questions I have statement based questions. So statement of mechanical waves require material medium for their propagation.